Welcome to the AI for Interior Designers podcast, where creativity meets cutting edge technology. In each episode, we dive deep into the world of artificial intelligence and explore how it's revolutionizing the interior design industry. From AI powered design tools to the latest trends and innovations, we've got you covered. So plug in, relax, and let's embark on this exciting journey together. Welcome to AI for Interior Designers podcast. P.S. This intro was written by and voiced by AI to sound like your host, Jenna.
Hey designers, welcome back to the AI for Interior Designers podcast. I'm your host, Jenna, and this is episode 45, if you can believe it. I can't. I just started doing this one day and here we are, 45 episodes later. But today, I just wanted to talk about something that is coming up that I have not officially made an episode for yet. And I actually haven't even shared on Instagram until today, but it is something that already has over 100 people registered for it just from sending out a couple of emails. And a few of my partners on this have also sent out some emails. So, all right, we're just going to dive into it because I'm so excited. It's something I've been working on for a while. You guys have actually kind of heard me teasing it out for a little bit too, but it is almost here and registration's obviously open. So I figured we should do a podcast. But before I do, I just wanted to apologize for missing last week. But honestly, I travel constantly now. Constantly. And I do have a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old. So when I'm home, as soon as I can get through like the endless emails, which though I love connecting with you all, I just feel like I can never catch up. There's no bottom to my inbox. So I have actually hired a couple local interns. I'm very excited that they're going to be starting with me very soon. So I can get on top of these things again. But I was in Chicago for the Chicago KBIS with the MKBA Chicago chapter up there this week. And they asked me to present about, of course, AI. So absolutely wonderful experience. Great hospitality by the Chicago crew and just great connections. I mean, it was an intimate setting. Got to meet so many people, and I really hope to come back to Chicago again. So last week I was doing a private training in Atlanta, and I flew up just for the day to do a in-person showroom training for a showroom there. So that was a lot of fun too. It was just very exclusive and again, very intimate with that company. So yeah, it's been a lot. But wait until April because, oh my goodness gracious, I have a lot going on in April. And I'm going to try and record as many things as possible to make sure that I don't skip any of these. But I am traveling for like literally 3 weeks in a row. So that will be a lot of fun. If you are going to the IWCE, I swear I'm dyslexic, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. The International Window Covering Conference. I know that's wrong. I'm sorry. But the window conference in West Palm Beach, I will be moderating an AI panel there on the 15th. And then after that, I will also be in the same area for Luann Nagara's Exciting Windows conference, which is following the International Window Conference. So I'll be in West Palm Beach. I'm actually going to bring my family down because it's spring break. So kind of have some fun if they get to travel with me. And then I will come back for a day. Then my daughter and I will head out to San Diego, where I will be speaking with the ASID chapter out there again. So thank you guys for inviting me back. My sister lives in San Diego. It's actually, I eloped in San Diego, so a lot of connections and ties. I just love the area. So happy to be back there. My daughter is so pumped. She just loves to travel, and it's nice when they get to come with me because, like I said, I'm doing this a lot now, and I absolutely love what I do, but I miss my kids. So that'll be nice to have them. So when I come back from from being in San Diego, I will be heading to High Point. If you're going to Spring High Point, let me know. Would love to hear from you because I will be doing, and this is one of the first things, and this is actually the first official announcement about this event, AI Day at High Point Market will be the day before it actually starts. Okay, so one full day of AI training on April 25th. So it's that Friday before High Point officially starts. All right. So here's the deal. AI Day was something that I started virtually last year. It was a one-day event, and we just went through so many things about AI. So many people came out for that. It was a great workshop, but I want to take the show on the road, right? This has been something that I have been working on for months and months and months and months, both this and the other part that I'm going to tell you guys about in a minute. So I have been collaborating with lots of people to make this happen. And we will be having this one day workshop, AI Day at High Point Market, spring 2025. And it will be at Private Collection Furniture Company. Okay. So if you're not familiar with Private Collection, it is US made right there. So it's actually just on the outskirts of the downtown area, because apparently you can't have manufacturing in the downtown area. Didn't know that until recently. So this is just outside, a few blocks outside. So we will be having this at Private Label Furniture Company, and I will basically be working with the CEO there, John, and we are going to be presenting and hands-on learning. It'll be a nice, intimate, fun experience, full day from coffee bar, breakfast to cocktails and content from 3 to 4 in the afternoon. But what we're going to be doing is creating a customized private label upholstery collection that you can literally build live with us that day. Okay. American made. All right. So manufactured right in the same place that you're going to be creating your collection. All right. So what we're going to be doing, and I will add the links, this is extremely limited. Okay. This is an intimate setting. I want to be able to talk to everybody that's there, and I want to be able to help people personally. Okay. So that's why it is a smaller ticket event. When it sells out, and I will add a wait list to the landing page for fall, because I would love to continue to do AI days surrounding all the markets that I'm going to anyway, because you all need to learn and you want to learn AI. So this is how we're going to do this. Okay. This is how I'm going to bring AI to you for a really fun experience. And it's always going to be different. All right. So that's the fun part about this. When I partner with different showrooms and different brands, and I bring AI Day to these markets, we can talk about whatever we want to, whatever's relevant for whoever is sponsoring, or wants to host this event. Of course, AI and technology, right? That's what it's all about. So practical, actionable, that's what we're doing. So let me take you through what we're going to be doing on Friday the 25th at High Point Market, if you want to join us. All right, so you can get a taste for this. And then I will tell you what everybody's going to be invited to. If you haven't already gotten your tickets, like I said, there's over 100 people already registered for this event, and I have barely even talked about it. So I will tell you about that one in a second. But on Friday, April 25th at High Point at Private Label, we will start the day 9:30 with just a kickoff coffee bar, just walk around the showroom, mingle, kind of get to know who else is going to be there for the day, make some new friends. And then at 10 o'clock, we're going to start with the actual showroom tour. All right. So we will learn what the options are, how you can customize your collection, and just walk around and get a tour from John with the private label showroom. And then we will go into actually creating your private label collection. All right. So private label collection, you have the ability to basically create your own frames if you wanted to. That's an option, but we're going to be using the white label frames that are there. And then you will start with one for the day, and then select your fabrics, your legs, all that stuff, and create a product. Like a physical product. You're going to price it. You're going to name it, give it a description. We're going to take that image of whatever you choose to make. Maybe it's a chair, maybe it's a sofa. We will put it into some rendering program. So thank you, Mydoma, when I asked you to partner with me, because of course I use the visualizer. And the project management side. So thank you for co-sponsoring lunch for this. So Mydoma, we will learn how to like bring in 2D pictures to 3D models or utilize the private label stuff that's already in there. And I will show you how to use, and of course, John will show you how to price the stock fabrics, the COM fabrics, and all the other options so that you can truly come up with a customized, sellable, American made upholstery line that has AI infused technology along the way to make this more efficient for you in your business. Okay. So what does this all mean? I'm going to get back to the calendar in a second. You know, I have ADHD. So this is just kind of, or whatever it is what it is. It's everywhere. So, when you're creating these collections, let's talk about how you can use them real quick before we dive back in. You could just be creating like an e-commerce site if you wanted to. You can have AR product models so that people can see your product in the space before they purchase. They can see it in different fabrics, upholsteries, all that stuff. I'm going to show you the technology I use for that. And then put them in VR walkthrough renders, create your own content, be able to take snapshots, renderings, whatever, put them on your website, videos, all that stuff so that you can actually market and sell this. Now that's one avenue. Of course, you could put these things on your site or you're just selling to clients, right? So like you need custom upholstery so that you can put the materials on it that you want and you get the frames that you want. So whether you're going to put it on your site or if you're just going to, not just, but if you plan to sell it to your clients as private label American made collections, you could do that. Whatever floats your boat. Okay. So here's getting back to the schedule. We will be working on the, after the tour, we'll look into the AI powered tools that can help you to make this more seamless, like writing those product descriptions and, using the visual technology and where AI comes into play with that and how it can help you. And then you're going to be literally choosing that frame, choosing your fabric, and starting to build that collection right there. Bring your computer. We're doing this live. Okay. Then we'll have some lunch. Thanks, Mydoma, for that, by Studio Designer. And then after that, we will talk about, we're going to get nitty gritty. We're going to get into the visualizer. We're going to get into the VR walkthrough tours. We're going to make the 3D models of this. I'll show you how to do the seamless textures if you do bring in a COM or if you've got some other fabrics you want to see on your upholstery. I'll show you how to do all of that. And then, of course, pricing and shipping strategies for how you can appropriately price and ship your collection once you have curated it. And then we're going to wrap up the day because, that's enough fun for the day, right? For the first day of market or pre-market, we're going to wrap it up with cocktails and content hour. And that's basically us walking around with some cocktails because it's going to be a long day, and some light bites to, create video content if you'd like to while you're right there in the showroom of the products. So this is where you're creating the content, buddy system type thing where you sit on the chair that you're trying to sell or that you want to add to your client's project, and you're explaining how it sits, how it feels, like the lines, you're romancing it. You're just kind of creating the content that you can use to sell the product that your client probably can't ever sit on because this is a workroom here / little showroom, but you're not necessarily going to get out to High Point to show your clients all of this stuff. So you need to sit on it, do some sit tests on different products, and show and romance while you're there. So that's how we're going to wrap up the day. So very practical, very timely, if we're being honest, with American Made. And just, I want something that's fun, engaging, intimate, like I said, and you walk away with a tangible. I don't like to do workshops where you feel overwhelmed by the information, which I know happens all the time with what I'm teaching because it's a lot. So for this particular first kickoff AI Day event, I have boiled it down to something that you will be able to walk away and be like, I can confidently say I can go put this collection on my website and I can expand this at any point. Or I now know exactly what I'm going to purchase for my client, and I've already sent them videos for this because I sat on it and they're good with it and they love it. Or maybe you dropped in the render 3D model that you just created while you were sitting there in the showroom. So that is what the first ever AI day at High Point Market is going to be about. Thank you so much for Private Label Furniture Company and My Doma by Studio Designer for sponsoring that. I did approach both of them because I like them. I just like both of them. So I asked them if they would be cool with partnering with me for the first one. And I appreciate that they are. So I will link that. Like I said, tickets will be exceptionally limited to that first event. But I will put on a wait list because we will be back in the fall to do another one. Okay. Not necessarily there, not necessarily the same topic. I'd love to keep changing this up a little bit. So let's see, what else? What else is new? All right, let's talk about it. The first of the AI Design Tech Summits. Here's my big idea, guys. I got a lot of them, but I have wanted to start a Design Tech Summit that basically brings technology to interior designers in a way that honestly, like, I can deliver, that is relatable, that is broken down and digestible and understandable and relevant. Like there's so many tools out there that it's like, cool, but like I already have something that kind of does that. Like, how can I cut to the chase and get a tech stack? If you're not familiar with that term, it basically just means all the technology you're using. The cool kids call it a tech stack. So if you have a tech stack that works for you, and you're not constantly like that designer that I know you're out there that will get on something, try a free trial, or sign up for something and then never sit down to actually learn it and then be like, oh, well, it never worked for me. I get it. Like, we all kind of do that here or there, but enough is enough. We don't have the time or the resources, especially now, to be wasting on technology. And there has never been more technology at our fingertips than there is right now with the AI boom, right? So finding technology that checks the boxes for your individual and unique business, it's hard, and you don't have time and honestly resources to continue to do this constantly and stay up to date with all the stuff that's going on. You don't need to be switching your programs all the time. Like, we need to find what works for you, and that's going to be different than the designer sitting next to you. So the goal that I have had for this event is actually to bring it here locally to the Charleston area, because who doesn't love Charleston? I don't know. I don't know anybody that has ever told me that they don't love Charleston that has been here. So I would love to bring this event here next spring live as a conference. So there you go, cat's out of the bag. But I am basically doing the boiled down one-day version of it on April 4th. Virtually, so you all can join us. And like I said, there's already 100 tickets, over 100 tickets that have been sold. And I haven't even told you about it. Like, this is just on my website. And I just, we just posted to the Instagram today about it. I've only sent out 2 emails. So I do appreciate DSA, Designer Society of America, for sending out an email. And I believe HPMKT will be doing so soon. IDS, I believe. I have partners with so many different organizations. I am so grateful for you to share this with your audience, because I think designers want it, and I priced it so that everybody can afford it because I want you to learn this. Okay. So with this being the first of the events, I'm starting with just what designers should know, like let's just dive in and do a exceptionally focused topic for the entire day. By the way, this is a whole day event. Okay. Like I said, it is virtually. It is virtual. So it's going to be a Zoom webinar. Okay. But I've been working on that app I've been telling you about for a while. I had a few little snags with like things connecting in the ways that I wanted to. So before I released it, I to my daily people, I'm fixing those little things because they drive me nuts. So before they get to test it, hopefully next week they will all that stuff will be worked out. But the app is basically social media, along with the daily will be over there soon too. But the social media part is where during the live event, we would love for you to go and engage and join some of the chat rooms. Share what you're working on as it pertains to whatever we're working on live during the sessions. Okay. This is an engaging, interactive experience. You're not just going to sit there for however many hours, it's 10 to 4 Eastern time. You're not just going to sit there. Like, you're going to engage and interact and learn and implement. Okay, that is the point. That's also the point of, when we do this in person, like, I want you to get demos. I want you to get your questions answered in real time and walk away with, these are the programs I need to run my successful business right now. Okay. That's the goal for you from me. So I hope that you enjoy that, because like I said, nobody's got time for this tech stuff, but we all need it. So let's go through what this day looks like. Okay. So from 10 to 10:30, I'm just going to kind of do a little welcome. We'll get you logged into the chat. Make sure everybody's on the app that wants to be. And you can basically like leave this up on your screen if you wanted to while you're working throughout the day. Or like always, for my virtual events, they are recorded. Okay, so you can always come back and watch this later. It's no worries. You will get that. You'll also still have access to the social media part of the app, so that you can still continue to engage with the chat threads. I know not everybody that's registering can attend live. That's okay. Like, it's a long day. I get it. But if you wanted to come back and continue conversations, social media is going to be there for everybody. Okay. So you can continue to do that. All right. So after we kind of get settled in a little bit, I have a great lineup for an AI ethics panel. Lori Leger with Interior Design Community will be joining us. Sharon Sherman from Time and Place will be joining us. Sarah Daniele from Mydoma by Studio Designer will be joining us. And we are just going to break down ethically and have that conversation from different perspectives on ethical AI use within our industry. I think it's so important. I think a lot of people aren't talking about it, and it's something that we have to talk about, and we have to pave the way, because just because you can, should you? That's kind of been my thing. You've heard probably other episodes about it. So I cannot wait for that panel. Thank you, ladies, for joining me on that. After that, we'll have some break in app networking for a little bit. And then we're going to get into the design process reimagined. Okay, so for about an hour or so, we'll talk about client communication, project management tools. That's where I did actually go to Mydoma again for this, because I use them, guys. Like, I legitimately use for project management, for rendering. So I go to the tools and I ask them if they would want to partner and sponsor with me. So they are our title sponsor. So thank you, Mydoma, for that. Because I genuinely, like, it is my workflow. So like, I want you guys to know how that looks and give it to you as an option. It might not be the best option for you, but maybe you didn't even know it was an option that could solve a lot of problems, right? So regardless, yes, they are a sponsor, and we will be talking about a lot of it. However, some of this stuff, if you're using other technology for your renders and stuff like that, you can actually, I will show you how to change model formats and then upload them into that software. Okay, so you're not pigeonholed to use Mydoma at all. I just am going to be showing you because it's the best for the rendering program. And I'm not just saying that because I acquired my company with the rendering software. It is the most user-friendly and does so many things that you guys just need to be knowing about and efficiently. That's the thing. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time. Okay, so we will be talking about the client communication, the project management tools, launching new products using AI productivity tools. Like collections and models. Like if you create your own, if you wanted to create your own stuff using generative AI, we'll be talking about that for ideation. So that would be like Midjourney, Visual Electric. I'll throw in some Stable Diffusion in there as well, which is a little bit different, but some Stable Diffusion based programs too. And those are kind of like post render or conceptualization options. You'll see how that all plays into each other with the workflow that we're going to review. Now we're going to be talking about like AR experiences. So augmented reality and virtual reality, VR. We're going to be doing both of them live, where we take a 2D picture, turn it into a 3D model, and I'm going to show you how to upload that or convert the model type. If it doesn't directly upload into your program, you will be able to like do a conversion, upload it into your rendering software if you'd like to, or with my demo, there's no conversion. It actually is the file type that we need. So we can import our 3D models there, but then it's also simultaneously creating them in AR. What does that mean? That means that your clients can literally see the product that you just took from a two-dimensional picture, either that you developed yourself as a prototype using generative AI, or that you took from a manufacturer's website or your retailer's website, turned it into a 3D and an AR model at the same time. So the AR model can then be seen on their cell phone, literally sitting in the space with them. Okay, so they can see it, they can almost touch it and feel it, right? It looks like it's right there with them. Now, guys, this is AI technology that has been something that I have wanted for like 10 years. 10 years I've been asking for this. Like, why can't we just take a picture and turn it into a model? And so I've been tracking this with various programs for the past year. And this one is so efficient and accurate. I mean, of course, they all have their caveats. Like they are not 100% perfect. I'm going to just say that right now. But do you know how much time it saves you when you can get a 3D model in a matter of like 3 minutes or less that you can import and then like make minor changes to, because really it's fairly great, if not perfect for the most part. And then import it and just like change up a little bit if you need to into your rendering software. So thank you. It is here. It is here. We're going to be using it. We're going to be creating immersive experiences to sell our concepts to our clients. Okay. There's no AI fluff here, guys. This is like here's technology that works, okay? That works to cut out the monotonous parts of what we do as interior designers, things that we have wanted for a very long time. So don't look at this as, well, they're taking my job and they're replacing me. It is not. For those of you that do renders, you're going to see the value in doing this and jump on it immediately. I already know that you're going to. So let's level up these experiences. Okay, let's level up the way that we present and communicate with our clients. It's not replacing. It's not. Like, it is enhancing our productivity and making sure that we are way more buttoned up than I think a lot of designers really are. I love you guys. You're my friends, but let's be honest. We don't have all of our stuff together and all of our ducks in the row the majority of the time. Some of us do. Like, some of us are like so type A that like, girl, get it. But most of us don't. We're creatives. We're spontaneous and we do what we want. But anyway, so that is coming up. So excited for that. Because it will seriously change the way that you do your presentations. So I know a lot of designers are like, here's a concept board. Okay, let's talk about it. We're going to be showing you in your house how that sofa looks on that wall. Like, it is game changing, guys, game changing. And it adapts with so many different programs. That's the thing too. Okay. Like, this is not just for the programs I'm telling you about. Whatever your current software is, we can find a way to make this all work together. Okay. Like, I'm not pigeonholing you into like a certain technology here. I'm just simply opening eyes, hopefully, to options, and then you develop your own tech stack. For this particular event, I will just be focusing really on like 3 or 4 different tools. You don't even need them all. Well, maybe 5 if we count ChatGPT, but you don't even need them all. I'm just giving you options, okay, to choose and make the best decisions with what's out there. And that's the goal for these tech summits. So this is the first, but there's a lot more on the way, okay? So we will be wrapping up around 4, but throughout the rest of the afternoon, we're going to be talking about those VR home tours, how to like literally get our models into our presentations, how to take our concept boards with actual products and arrange them properly so that they have a little depth to them, and then we can run them through some stable diffusion based programs and bring them to life. Okay, so without rendering, you can create concept boards. Let's say it's a bedroom or something, create a concept board, run it through some of these stable diffusion based programs I'm going to share with you, and it will like lighten it up. It'll give it the character and the realism that you find in renderings, but you can do it in like 90 seconds or less. So that's a tool that everybody can use. I think at some point in your process, those same diffusion-based softwares also can enhance your 4K images or just any images to enhance the detail. So let's say you get a 4K image. It looks like a render still, though it's pretty phenomenal, right? But we can make it look even more real using this technology. And I think a lot of people will think that you run it through and then it changes things. And up until recently, it did. But we can get it so that when we run through our actual products in these programs on our design boards, it changes it like 1%. So everything is pretty much exactly the same as the products that you're trying to showcase. And if you don't know what that means, I get it because this is a podcast, so I can't really show you. I'm going to show you during this session, okay? As a designer myself, guys, and as a tech nerd, like I want to help you help yourself. I see so many designers out there, especially right now, and I know you're struggling. I know. I know it's hard right now, and it's going to get harder. It's going to get harder with the economy. It's going to get harder with knowing what AI tools to use, and also like kind of always watching over our shoulder to be like, is there an AI program that somebody developed that is going to take me out of my job? There's always that. There's always going to be that. And there's always going to be people that are trying to do that to us and to our industry. So our job is to always stay relevant and find ways to elevate our client experience and personalize. People pay for personalization. They value the personalization. And that is what we bring to the table. So if we can elevate that even further, that's what I'm going to show you. Okay. And in a really simple way. I know it might sound kind of confusing. I get it. I'm throwing around a lot of like A's and R's and B's and, like in 3Ds. Like I get it. But I promise you can do this, okay? If you have learned what you learned now, I promise you can do this because it will take your existing knowledge and it will run with that, okay? It will run with your existing programs. We're just going to find a way to make what you do a little bit more efficient. That's my goal for you. Okay, so I will link this. Tickets are exceptionally affordable. Okay. I really wanted to do that for you guys because first of all, this is the first one, right? And it's virtual. And I think everybody should be able to attend this because I think you need it. In some capacity, I think every designer needs to know this. So it's for designers, it's for builders, it's for manufacturers. If you want to see what the designer process is, I will also be showcasing some of my favorite manufacturers' products during the examples. Okay, so we'll be talking about that as well. I will also have Daniel House Club on pretty soon too. They are one of my sponsors as well because I do love those guys. They're so great. But I'm gonna have them on the podcast soon, and we'll be using some of the products from their program too, amongst others. So so excited for this event. I really hope to see you there. I have team tickets and group rates available as well. So feel free to message me for those special rates because with the app and being able to engage and chat and network, that is literally what the app is going to be for, to like meet people that do things differently and have other insights. And maybe we can collaborate and work together because we are in this together as professionals with and against AI in the future. I know that sounds so crazy for me to say, but like we are each other's support system now more than ever and not the competition. We are here to basically move this technology forward in an ethical and positive way. And I think it all starts with education as to the best way to use things, like coming up with your own set of restrictions, I guess, because it is the Wild West, to utilize these tools in a way that is professional and ethical and positive for your business, right? That's what it's about. That's it. So I will link all this for you guys. It will be available for the recording afterwards too. Like I said, I believe tickets will probably be on sale after if you don't make it before, but you're going to want to be there live, or at least like to sign up for the live event so that you can get all the app stuff and not have to like watch it later. But you know, that's just my opinion. You do whatever makes you happy. So I am going to pop this in the description below, and I hope to see you there. But if I don't see you at the virtual summit, hopefully I'll see you at the in-person AI day around High Point. And if I don't see you there, maybe I'll see you at the next AI day, which I plan to do in the fall. And if I don't see you there, then hopefully I see you in the daily or any of my other trainings. I will link some stuff below if I can ever assist you. Okay, I'm happy to help. All right, guys, until next week, have a great one, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Thanks for listening to today's episode of the AI for Interior Designers podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and tune in next week for more AI tips for your design business. See you next time.